PH and SUNSPARKS. ONIC up one game against, SUNSPARKS up one game against ONIC. And we are going to be delivering the action here at the MYTEL International Championship. I'm Nomad. Alongside with me is Wolf.
What's up? This is one of my favorite matches for sure, and I think that I said a lot of stuff about ONIC PH and SUNSPARKS in the previous games we haven't watched, and I'm glad to be repeating it if you want to. If for those who did not catch the action of Game 1, put it in the chat, and I'll tell you why this is hyped. This is the Neo El Clasico, at least in the Philippines.
Yeah. And interesting to note, Renzio is going to be subbing in here for Kilowash.
Okay. They kind of want to say to us that they are. They also have this activatable 6-man. Just like what ONIC PH does. Now, it's still Jay and Fuzaken instead of Oh My Venus for ONIC PH. And I wonder what SUNSPARKS is actually thinking about when they put in Renzio. I'm not saying that Renzio is bad. I'm just saying that they were so successful with Kilowash, and Kilowash was one of the best players here in the Philippines. But Renzio is also of championship caliber anyways. I think that we were so impressed of his MPL Season 4 overall performance that we were shocked that he was replaced by someone else, and that we were silenced so easily because Kilowash was performing so well anyways.
And really, these guys individually they have the micro down to a T, but macro wise it's hard to say, because ONIC PH is really one of those teams that are, I'd say, momentum based in the MPL. If they get a good start in game number 1, they will more than likely carry on going into game number 2. And what we say is the download strategy, I don't think it applies to ONIC PH as well.
We'll see now. It's Esmeralda. This for ONIC PH, and SUNSPARKS will go and take that Kufra and Kimi to go with it, which would have worked definitely well for ONIC PH if they were able to get like the Grok Kimi combo for their first pick. But SUNSPARKS snatch this Kimi. There's also their adjustment during MPL Season 5 finals, wherein they always take the Kimi over anything else against ONIC PH, which forced ONIC PH to get these heroes that aren't that good for Wise, at least for Wise's performance. And we saw how KLV...
This means wow.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Do you see why it? To be a game 2 嘛，所以呢偏特別hero 要攞我骨啲，得一點㗎，真係。
Okay. သူတို့ banner နဲ့ Selena လွယ်လို့ရှိရင်ကျန်တဲ့ hero တွေတော်တော်
A lot of damage once he goes for the Thorn Rose, and Lancelot would be able to assassinate this here Kim.
ကျွန်တော်နေဒီ connection error လေးတော့နည်းနည်းပါးပါးတော့ရှိ
game right now. And with that being said, there goes the revenge and the rage. Well, just the revenge onto D-Lar here. It's going to quickly get taken out. He was overstaying his welcome there in the back lines.
Yeah. Duly punished. A lot of control again. There's a lot of stuns, single target stuns coming out from Greed. As well as Raflisha. I want to go for Fuzaken, but that's a Grok, so it's not really the best chain, though. Found by JP. I mean, how can you fool the team that has really good Natalia players? It's almost impossible. Now Wise is in trouble. Gonna be slowed down, but with a lot of kill threat. Now being worse. Okay.
Oh, they're gonna be trying out to steal this turtle from SUNSPARKS. Fuzaken waiting for the right opportunity. Will not be charging up the power of nature. Goes for the barrier, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to be soaking up a lot of damage onto KLVJ.
Yep. Sorry, just some issues that I have to face, but nevertheless, we're back. So this is what we're seeing again from SUNSPARKS. You always feel like ONIC PH are having like better control of the game. And then all of a sudden, SUNSPARKS starts around with one good team fight. It happens almost always later than what is happening now. But that is such a crucial pickups coming up from SUNSPARKS that now they're getting, because it also allows KLVJ to be now aggressive. With the help of the Popol and Koopa, they're gonna be able to push so much. There's such an aggressive flicker in there from Greed, but maybe it's just for zoning, as they were just wanting to push the turret onto the bottom lane anyways.
Yeah, good decision there on the flicker. It's not a wasted flicker because they did manage to convert it into an objective. And with that being said, Renzio is going to be completely bursted out here by this 3-man rotation here over the top lane. Mid lane, though, is where the action is at. Goes for the wild charge, secures JP. And JP will not be available to fight here. Guardian's barrier to deter any pushes from happening. Again, and a bit of a sandwich here as a maximum charge takes down Fusaken. And ONIC PH, they're really out for blood here, looking for kills. And they're going to be disengaging.
And KLVJ is... This is what we saw during the finals of MPL Season 5. The positioning coming out from KLVJ's Kimmy. Imagine a lot of jumpers coming out from ONIC PH. There's Stellar, there's the Unstoppable Force, there's like Falling Star Moon, and they have all the initiation in the world, but KLVJ doesn't even need to pop the flicker. Not even touched. And I think that's massive. Although, I would say, very big victory though for ONIC PH.
Very big victory from ONIC PH, and it's 1,000 gold lead by them, and they managed to secure two turrets over at the top side. So free reign all over this turtle that's spawning in a few seconds. But I don't think SUNSPARKS is going to be letting go of that, because KLVJ will need that turtle buff in order for them to start shoving out this mid lane. There goes a burst out by Jay. Jay kind of greedy there. Did not have to go for that fight, but it is a trade for a trade here. A kill for a kill, but it is a 1-for-2 trade. And SUNSPARKS still coming out on top there. Kind of detrimental for Jay to dive in straight. They're trying to assassinate KLVJ while KLVJ was properly protected by Greed and JP.
So weird. Actually, Jay went for the Bayaknu. Jumps once again. There's the follow-up ejectors. They want to go for the Popol and Koopa. And some mission accomplished for ONIC PH. Well done. Nice assassination in front of the king. They want to secure this turtle area as well. They don't have nobody has retribution, but it will be taken by KLVJ, though the better taker in there as they take down the Cho. Fusaken with the initiation, only Cho the Guardian's barrier. Really good block coming out from Fusaken as he stops Renzio from the jump, and now KLVJ challenged by JJ, trying to evade some of those shots coming from KLVJ. Will be able to do so. Greed just respawned and just went in the fray. Will be taken out. Wise is safe. Even after a very good lockdown with the ultimate from KLVJ. Now you can see the tables have turned. ONIC PH not committing the mistakes anymore and getting the better clashes.
This is what we expected from ONIC PH during the start of this series, and they're finally showing up. Very good. Just like what you said, that was a very good wall off by Fusaken. Quickly converted it into 4 kills onto the side of ONIC PH. And you can never ask for anything better than that. Even though the turtle was secured by Kimmy and Kimmy was left alive, Kimmy won't be able to push out because she is such a vulnerable hero that even a Jawhead can pretty much take her on 1v1. What more with this entire ONIC PH lineup that's just breathing down her neck.
Breathing down her neck, indeed. How do I say this? It's more of a mental battle than it is of the in-game mechanics that you're having troubles with the Natalia. That we always say that KLVJ, one of the better hero players to do so, to play the Kimmy. It's one thing to survive all of those initiations from day, but also one thing to not be able to farm because of it. Flicker versus Flicker battle as the Cho is going to be eliminated. But yeah, and in comes, okay. Nice dash out from KLVJ as they run away from Iyakdu. But Nomad, so many good dashes and initiations, nobody died in that specific clash.
Yeah, a lot of skills being expended, but it doesn't matter. Cooldowns are quite fast. Jay's going to be in the back line trying to once again assassinate KLVJ. Those are not good calls. by Jay. That might just be the way that SUNSPARKS might turn the tides here. I mean, I get that Jay can pretty much almost do a full combo onto KLVJ and he falls down, but when KLVJ is protected by this greed, this Popol and Koopa that can really shut him down as soon as he shows himself, and Raflesia as well on this Kufra, there's no way that he's gonna make it out alive there with a kill.
Yep, Fuzaken having to use the ultimate because of that. Nice Guardian's Barrier though, just so to make sure that their retreat will be complete. And there's two arguments for this, for Jay, for Natalia. I mean, there's this greed kind of playstyle wherein it's okay to die almost like 10 times in a game, but if you land that crucial kill on the late game, during the late game on very important hero, all the mistakes that you made, all your arguments, all your over-aggression you made is already erased. And the other argument is just you're just feeding. We'll see at the end of the match, is this just Jay feeding, or is this saved up for something else?
I mean, Jay is still proving to be a valuable member here with just being able to be a walking ward, so to speak. But regardless, information is still information, and SUNSPARKS can and ONIC PH can mount out an offensive. With that being said, looking at how the gold is working for ONIC PH, it's really almost a one-sided game for them. Well,
but this is still SUNSPARKS.
Yeah.
And you can't blame me from feeling like this. I mean, you have to understand, to all of our viewers out there, you have to understand that we've watched so many ONIC versus SUNSPARKS games that SUNSPARKS are always winning even when they are behind. That's one thing that you should understand. This is a lead that was well established by ONIC PH, but it doesn't mean a thing until the last HP falls. And that's one thing that we should be looking at. I would say though, so many good stuff already for ONIC PH. Iakno is doing great, 1-0 and 5. Wise is also doing great. And Fuzaken is playing so comfortably with this Grok.
And this Grok onto Fuzaken, we've seen this time and time again, very effective Grok player. Would argue better than some of the other Grok players that we have in the MPL PH. Just by the fact that his timings on the Guardian's Barrier are more than enough to deter any comebacks from happening or any table turning from happening. But top lane, nice rage onto Iakno. And Iakno will be able to make it out alive. No kill conversion there. So that's at least 30 seconds that no initiates are available here for SUNSPARKS aside from JP.
But that's Purify that they burned, and I think that they're happy burning that Purify for Iakno. As Jay just pokes and has to be really careful. Dilar mans up against 3 members of SUNSPARKS. Not the best case, but Wise is there, ready for the punish. Iakno is there as well. They jump in with Dilar. Now they take down the Cho. And now Esmeralda is far too deep, but he's tanking through. This is Esmeralda anyways. And even Rafisha is having a lot of trouble jumping onto Wise. Wise takes them down. Very bad spot for Wise, but with this one Phantom Step, they are able to run away unpunished, unscathed, and they take out the turret in the middle as well. So this is just a planned aggression coming out from ONIC PH that they needed to make chaos so that on the other part of the map they would be able to take the objective.
Speaking of objectives, that is the Lord being eyed out by ONIC PH in order for them to at least deliver the finishing blow. But just like what Wolf said, it ain't over until the base is gone, because we saw this during MPL Season 4 where SUNSPARKS were losing in the grand finals, but they managed to make it out alive last minute. There goes the wild charge though by Fuzaken, and he manages to survive against 5 members here of SUNSPARK, and he hurts. Nice Guardian's Barrier. Jay will try to assassinate KLVJ once again, but he's not gonna be making it. Oh!
no words to describe that. Timing from Wise. Jay gonna be punished because of this. The jump in that they want to go for the kill onto Wise. Wise stacks through and will be shut down. But Iaknu now comes. Falling Star Moon onto 3 members. No kill just yet as Dilar as well as this Iaknu Esmeralda. Doesn't want to really dive the turret in there. Inhibitor onto the bottom lane as Dilar just chases JP. It's gonna be the robot versus the Kung Fu guy. But Iaknu gonna be juggling 3 members now with all the shields that she has now. Esmeralda tanks through, still survives now. Nice kiting from Greed, as a lot of members from ONIC PH were again punished. And this is a problem though. Lord has spawned. Wise, Jay, and Iaknu, they're still down.
This is... If this keeps happening for ONIC PH, where they're not getting any positive trades, it may feel like SUNSPARKS might get a 2-0.
That's right.
They're giving away free kills. Jay is... I don't know what Jay is doing. I'll be honest with you there. It's really not characteristic of this Jay player. And as I say that, SUNSPARKS going in for the... Well, ONIC tried to go for a counter initiate there. HP's dropping low. Foos again going to try to chase up. Guardian's Barrier available. It's going to be expended. No wild charges expended just yet. And this is going to be forcing SUNSPARKS back. And that is another great Guardian's Barrier. It's just going to be Reflecia available in the front lines here to try to steal this.
Jay on the back lines. Oh, there you go. The kill out to the Kimi. But that is such an overextension, though, from the side of the Kufra. But it's just a Kufra. Maybe he's just doing his job. But the Lord is now taken once again by ONIC PH. Jump from JP, but going to be punished by Iaknu as well as Wise. Dilar in there as well. And it seems to be over. You know what? I'm just going to say, Jay, again, it doesn't matter how many deaths you get as a Natalia. If you let the crucial kill the last possible clash, you will win it for your team. And that's what he did against KelVJ. Now Reggio going to be pummeled down by Yakto and the gang as Wise is hurting too much with this carry. And they take them out, all of them, including the base Nomad. So they take game 2.
And the series is now tied up 1-1. And that is